All right, everybody, Taylor Premer back with Gestalt Education. I'm here with Dr. Panter. We're going to do another golf video today, hyping up DNS Golf. So today we're going to kind of talk about, number one, why we think DNS Golf is good no matter what sport you're working with. And then number two, we're going to explain a little bit why the golf swing is a DNS ipsilateral pattern. So in developmental kinesiology, we look at two main patterns, right? So if you zoom in just a little bit here, Natalie. So in an ipsilateral pattern, basically what that means is that the support points are on the same side of the body. So a really good example is 5-month sideline here in this position. The support points are the lateral elbow here and then the lateral knee in this position as we kind of create support and we create the rolling process, okay? Versus in a contralateral pattern, right? So prime example would be like 4.5 months where we have support points on opposite sides and we're reaching forward. So that's more crawling and stuff like that. So now we're going to kind of look at Dustin Johnson here, Dr. Panter is, and kind of look at why the golf swing is an ipsilateral pattern. So
I think what's really interesting about DNS Golf is not necessarily that it's just about golf, but like Dr. Taylor was saying was it's an ipsilateral pattern movement. So what's really cool about that is like if you're in any sport that's related to an ipsilateral pattern of movement, like throwing or hitting a baseball, playing tennis, golf or surfing, whatever it may be, it's all going to be the same stereotype and same baselines of movement patterns that we look for. So even though this is a DNS Golf seminar course, you can still learn drastic amounts of how the proper biomechanics of the body should move in that ipsilateral pattern, I think.
Absolutely.
So obviously, my guy DJ here is a prime example of optimal movement, optimal ipsilateral pattern. So, what we'll do is we'll just break this video down real quick and then kind of give you an idea and a snippet of it. So, if you want to start that video, we can get it rocking and rolling. So, an initial takeaway in the backswing, you can see that on his trail side, his right side, his support points are his right foot, his right knee, and his right hip, as well as his right shoulder. So as Dr. Taylor was saying, his support points are right shoulder, right hip, right knee, and right foot. So that would be all on one side, also known as an ipsilateral pattern. And his left side is moving towards or away from the target. So that would be the stepping forward side, okay? So that's the backswing of the golf movement. And then in transition and downswing, they alternate and they switch. So then now what happens is the support points change from the right side to the left side. So then it's his left foot, left knee, left hip, as well as his left shoulder. And then for the stepping forward side, it would be his right ankle, his right knee, his right hip, and his right shoulder. So the actual ipsilateral pattern of movement through rotation changes from the right side to the left side. Just like, would be pitching a baseball or hitting a tennis ball, whatever it may be, it's the same stereotype of movement and baseline of movement that we like to look for. So this is just like something simple that we like to look at, something simple that we'll be diving into, at DNS Golf, and looking forward to having a good time. Like I said, it's not just for golf. If you're involved in any sports that deal with ipsilateral rotational movements, you got to be there. It's going to be awesome. So
yeah,
November
absolutely.
15th through 17th, gestaltedu.com, and just looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's a great explanation. I think it's what makes the golf swing a little bit complicated too. I think people don't really realize how many moving parts and the different changes in support and stuff like that. And so that's a lot what you'll work with the golf coaches, the actual swing coaches, in establishing those support points and then making those flow easily through a golf swing is kind of the name of the game.
Yeah,
so
it's a hard sport to be really good at because it goes from 0 to 100 back to 0 really quick.
Yeah.
And so forth. And it's a lot of thought process and movement awareness that you have to get into, but it's really fun to dive into. And that's something we're going to look into over that weekend as well. So
I love it. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions for Dr. Panter, he's our golf guru, and we live and die by it. So anyway, gestaltedu.com. We look forward to seeing you guys November 15th through the 17th. All right. Thanks.
See you guys.